How well do you know your characters? That's today is all about the what if approach, which is a tool to help you discover who your characters and also challenge yourself as a writer to see where you can go when you feel stuck. All right. So, the what if scenarios can reveal hidden depths and make your characters more complex, dynamic, and real by learning how they would make choices. And ultimately, through the what if scenarios, you can learn a lot about how you see a character and take those hypothetical situations to the moon and back until you uncover character motivations, create opportunities for growth, and add depth to your story. But more importantly, it allows you to understand how their voices, what they want to say, without spending too much time on your book and then realizing, oh, I got to go back and change everything. It's sometimes good to play in a sandbox with your characters, and that's why today is about using what if to add depth and complexity to your characters. Hey, Thomas, but what if? Well, exploring characters through what if scenarios is one of the many ways you, as an author, can discover new aspects of their personalities. Now, keep in mind that this approach isn't just about throwing characters into dramatic, high stakes situations, it's equally valuable for revealing hidden layers and truths in their behavior through ordinary, everyday scenarios. All right. These seemingly mundane moments can provide unique insights into your character's true nature, values, and motivations by what they say and don't say, do and don't do. For example, something as simple as how they react to a long line at the store can shed light on their patience, empathy, or impulsiveness. Does your character strike up a conversation with a stranger, quietly observe their surroundings, or become visibly frustrated? So playing this out on a page, just do a page, showing them in the scene, seeing how they react, gives you a little bit more insight before you go into long-winded novel writing. You write what is it, 30,000 words, and by the 30,000 word, you're like, I think I got this character's voice. Now you got to go back and adjust everything, which means you most likely will have to change your choices and ideas because the more you develop their voice and their motives, the stronger it is. They should react onto the page, meaning like they should have lived, they should be existing, right? So, and the whole point is that each reaction within this what if scenario tells us, the writer, something different about who they are. This technique allows you to explore how characters behave under various circumstances, okay? Providing opportunities to add depth to your story. Because in reality, you're always trying to find ways to challenge your characters, their positions, their motivations, their choices. Um, the more you can challenge a character, the more you can discover who they are. Sometimes, though, challenges are easy to overcome. If somebody's like, hey, do you want to wear this red vest or this blue vest? And they're like, yeah, red. Right? That's technically a challenge. It is a choice. So, what if they go, I'll choose the red? And then they're like, oh, red is a terrible look on you. And they're like, what do you mean red's a terrible look on me? Now you're challenging that choice, but you're also making them question it. And now they're like, wait, I look bad in red? Like, I like red. Red's my favorite color. And now it becomes a thing. Um, so, yeah, you have to do these challenges uh, because the way they empathize with others or have apathy or, just like I said, what do you mean? Red don't look good? I love red, though. What do you mean it looks terrible on me? I'm going to have to rethink my whole life. So it helps you kind of layer out ideas. Now, let's do something here. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, let's see. Let's do a walk away, shall we? Let's do a walkthrough. Bloop. All right. What do we got here? What do we got? All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is let's come up with a character. Let's say, scientist. Oh yeah, who has been working on a cure for cancer as a breakthrough. Is breakthrough one word? I think it is. Yeah, it is, right? Yes. All right. So from here, how can we challenge this character, right? What are what if scenarios? Let's do it. The first one is maybe. Um, Now, I don't know who they are as a person, so let's just create an area. Let's just create an idea. So the first idea is someone, the money's always offers them, let's read 100 million, sounds ridiculous, right? For the cure, so the company can use it for financial growth, right? Now, this allows us to see how they react. Do they are they like money is worth more than the cure? I can play with this scene if you want. I'm not gonna write out scenes. I'm gonna show you how I can brainstorm ideas, and then I'm gonna talk through them as an but so someone offers them $100 million for a cure, so the company can use it for financial growth. Now I can really decide: are they somebody that they want to give it to the world for free, or they maybe they're like, oh, 100 million, well, that'll solve all my problems, right? But maybe their parent, this is their parent passed away from cancer, so they want to give it to the world for free, right? To help everyone. All right, as Gary Sinise says in in I can't think of the name of the movie. Everyone. So their parent passed away. So maybe now they don't take the money, right? So these are two scenarios, though, and see, me just talking about this allowed me to go to this because I said they want to give it away for free in my explanation for this top one right here, right? And this top one, I was kind of just talking through it, and I decided that I wanted to give it away free to everybody. Everybody, right? But let's say they are now being hunted down after uh their lab was destroyed, and they have the only hard drive left with the information to cure cancer, right? Okay. So now they're on the run, they're on the lam, they're being chased. This puts them on an right. So like these are different things I could think of to put them in scenarios, right? But more importantly, uh, what if let's say it becomes a little less crazy and it's just more dilemmas, right? It's moral dilemmas, right? So let's put a moral beep 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 beep. Let's do a moral dilemma. Moral dilemma. So maybe their moral dilemma is um let's see. What would a moral dilemma be, right? Without it being about money. A moral dilemma, they discovered the cure for cancer. The moral dilemma would be oh, yeah, that's all right. The government wants to make it so only certain people can get the cure. Right? Oh, there we go. A moral dilemma, right? Or maybe oh wait, yeah. And they don't agree with the government, but if they don't allow the government to do it their way, they will stop the funding. Oh yeah, okay. So that's a moral dilemma, right? What about? Let's think of something a little bit less crazy. Let's go to inconveniences. Oh, that's spelled right. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. Inconveniences. So like maybe the inconvenience is um let's see. They're late to they're getting coffee coffee. It's my Long Island, Brooklyn accent. They're getting coffee, and it spills on the paperwork for the grant to get the money to do the tests and prove their theory. So now they have to rewrite all the paper. All right. So it's not too crazy. They're not losing an opportunity. They just have to sort of like go back and do some extra work. And let's do an unexpected opportunity. Let's scroll them down. All right. So an unexpected opportunity might be they can't get the grant money, but a investor wants to get in on the opportunity. However, they want to also have their name on the cure as the primary creator. So, and in this, let's see, they'll give them all the money and pay them a large sum in revenue returns, right? Or back end. Back end. She had a back end. Look at that back end. So there you go. So I can play with this scientist who has been working on a cure for cancer, has a breakthrough, right? And then these are just some ideas I could play with, like scenes. I could say that somebody offers them 100 million for the cure so the company can use it for financial gain. I could do their parent passed away from cancer, so they're like, and see how they react to that. What does that mean, though? I mean, hey, how's it going? It means that if somebody offers them $100 million, how do they react to that? How do I play that out on the page? You know, how do I create the scenes and their emotions? Do they think about it? Right? Maybe I don't want to write it on the page, but maybe I want to just kind of brainstorm it and sit here and go, you know, is it something they'd be interested in? They'll lose some autonomy from it, but maybe it's worth it because this is the cure. It'll help so many people. Yeah, it'll end up costing money, but I know that 100 million will help me get to where it has to go. But maybe they have more of a, you know, the internet, you know, where the person was like, no, I'm going to give it for free. Or, you know, how Elon Musk has all his patents available for free. You know, he doesn't claim his patents in a sense of like, you're not allowed to try, because he's like, here, just take it and advance the technology, you know? So their parents passed away. So how do they react to that? You know, they're like, no, let's see, this is my way of living. So these are also motivations I'm learning about, right? This creates a whole other situation. How would they go about it? Who do they go to? Who can they trust? Right? But then you could do things like this where you just create like a moral dilemma, you know, and then you put them in a position where it's like, do I accept it or do I not accept it? Same thing with the inconveniences. It's a simple inconvenience, but are they like, are they frustrated? Do they feel defeated? Do they go, all right, maybe this is the fates telling me this isn't really my direction. This is life telling me I shouldn't do this. I'm wasting my time. I'm not going to get the grant anyway. Right? Or are they like, oh, I'm so glad I have a backup. Right? But it says a lot about who they are. And the same thing with the unexpected scenario. So, with that said, all right. Okay. All right. All right. So, take away an exercise, but really I just do this quick. When you're applying this technique, you can write down a short scene on a page or 2 pages or whatever the case is, but just write down a bullet point idea and say, all right, well, what is it that I need that is going to happen? So let's say your outline literally says that they work in the office. Instead of saying exactly what office it is in the beginning, brainstorm it, play with it. Be like, well, do they work in what kind of office is it a stock market office? Is it a where they do games? They design games. Is it a car factory? Is it a so these are all different scenarios you can create and see like, does this fit their personality? Maybe it doesn't fit their personality, and that makes it interesting. Maybe they're just outside their element. They're a fish in the water, but they dominate, right? Maybe they are in the environment that they really love, but they don't dominate. So just create the scenarios and just kind of brainstorm and come up with ideas. Just list out little thoughts to kind of discover who they are and think like, how would they react to this? Like, what would they care? Would they not care? Would they, step up to the plate? What would they do? Once you have that, then you can start playing on the page, start playing with dialogue, start playing with the behavior, action. Uh, that'll also help you just in general to write. Because remember, you shouldn't just practice when you write. You should practice things. You should take isolated ideas and just try to kind of work on those isolated ideas. Anyway, final thoughts. This is a short final thought. Every what if scenario you explore is an opportunity to let your characters surprise you, so don't shy away from those unexpected twists in their reactions. Often, these are the moments that reveal the most about who they truly are. So embrace the unknown and allow your characters to guide the story and the plot in ways you might not have anticipated. By opening yourself to the unexpected, you're giving your characters room to grow, evolve, and become more nuanced, enriching ultimately the layers of your plot and story, which creates the narrative. Now, in larger context of your writing journey, the what if technique is basically something that helps with crafting characters to ultimately become three-dimensional and more alive. It encourages you to see them as dynamic individuals rather than mere devices to advance the plot. You're putting them in situations that are not in the narrative you are creating. You're putting them in situations outside that narrative. This approach fosters a deeper connection between you and the characters, but it allows them to live and breathe on the page for the readers. And ultimately, you'll discover maybe quirks, struggles, contradictions, positions that you didn't know they had. And, because you want your characters to really connect with the readers. And the way they do that is seeing how they react and or don't react to certain situations. Okay. Next video in this series is going to be about the importance of change, how characters evolve throughout a story, character growth and transformation. Transformers, roll out. Question: have you tried the what if technique before? If so, what's the most surprising thing you've discovered about one of your characters through the technique? Share your insight in the comments below because ultimately I'd love to hear how it changed your approach to writing them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like what you saw today? Well, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out. Boop. That's it. Truth in action, peace and harmony, and keep developing the right mindset. I'll see you next time. Bye.